The 1954 novel by William Golding, Lord of the Flies, explores the capacity for an individual or collective to, in the face of fear and desperation, fall prey to savagery and humanity's primal instincts, such as selfishness, brutality, and the desire to dominate others, causing the devastation of civil society. Golding shows us through the characterization and development of a group of boys stranded on a tropical island and their individual and collective experience of descent from civilization to savagery. Comparatively, in the 1952 tragedy play The Crucible, set during the witch hunt of Salem, composer Arthur Miller explores the ways fear and mass hysteria are the catalyst for division, violence, and the collapse of civil society through the townspeople of Salem. Essentially, both composers, through their context and use of language, forms, features, and structure, convey the inconsistencies, paradoxes, and anomalies presented in civil society when faced with overwhelming fear and danger, real or imagined. Golding shapes and deepens our understanding of fear being the mind killer, its dangers and power to cause incoherency, paranoia, mass hysteria, violence, and the eventual collapse of civilization through the characterization of the boys and their dialogue between each other. In Chapter 9, we are first-hand witnesses to the anomalous nature of humans to display barbaric, savage anger and violence which stem from irrationality and uncertainty caused by the rumors of the beast in the previous chapters. When Golding uses visual imagery to describe how the boys brutally murder Simon, believing him to be the beast when he runs out of the jungle bearing good news. While committing the murder, they chant, "Kill the beast, cut his throat, spill his blood, do him in," emphasizing the intoxication of the mob mentality created by the atmosphere of the ritual and their entrancement from the euphoria of alleviating their fears, highlighted when Piggy comes to the realization but blames his actions to the others and that bloody dance. The disturbing sequence of events also brings to light how the thought of a shape-shifting beast lurking on the island plagues the mind of the boys, metaphorically consuming them, causing them to become paranoid and incoherent, losing touch with reality and with themselves. The brutal turn of events reinforces the inconsistencies in human behavior that can evolve as a byproduct, emphasized when we find out that Ralph and Piggy, who throughout the novel symbolize civility and order, join in the brutal and savage murder of Simon, shown when Ralph comes to realization, that was Simon, that was murder, emphasizing how in the heat of the moment anyone has the capacity to fall prey to the primal urges to be savage. Golding does so again in the final chapters when the boys have fully embraced the savage nature of humanity, when they metaphorically destroy the civil society by killing Piggy and destroying the conch, both symbolic representations of civility and order, and in the climax of the novel when Jack and his tribe ignites the entire island on fire, metaphorically burning away the remainder of their civility, hunting Ralph to sacrifice him to the beast in hopes to appease it, further emphasizing the extent of a collective or an individual to submit to fear, reject civility, and lose all sense of themselves. The ideas and representations of human nature portrayed in The Lord of the Flies is something similar to what I presume Golding would have experienced during his time in World War II. Watching civil men transform into beasts themselves is something that I believe he wanted us to reflect and ponder on while reading the novel.